Hello everyone, I'm Doris. Last week, Alfa, Sarah, and I did a survey on the experience of tourists visiting Sydney. We collected data through online surveys and questionnaires, and analyzed the data using visualization techniques. Today, we will present the results. I will talk about the methods and methodology. We have two methods. The first one is an online survey through SurveyMonkey. Basically, we send them links to our friends and ask them to tick the boxes. The second one is collecting physical questionnaires on the street near Town Hall, which has enabled us to interact with the interviewees. General methodology is sampling and inference. The idea is that we used a small sample to get quantitative information to infer the experience of the visitors, and use the charts to visualize the results in general and by demographic divisions. The analyzing theory is central limit theorem, which says that when the sample size gets bigger, the average of the sample approaches the true mean of the population. In practice, after the sample size exceeds 30, the inference of the population based on the sample is reasonably good. Now I will give it to Alfa, who will talk about the results in detail. Thank you.
What we are going to see next are the results of the survey taken at Humphrey Walking Tour Sydney. We asked general things about gender and reason for visiting the city, but the most important question that helped us to understand the gaps in the market were affordability in regards to expenses and how easy was to travel around Sydney. As we can see here at gender, the majority who participate to the tour were female, with the 63.46% against the 36.54% of male. And this is an important fact to know for the business in regards to target market. Following here, we see that the most common reason for visiting Sydney is holiday, and we are not surprised since the last statistic of 2018 said that Australia's tourism is booming. In regards to affordability, we see that the majority answered little expenses, followed by very expensive and then affordable for few people. Even if the economy cannot be changed, there are solutions which can be given to the visitor, and this issue could be seen as an opportunity for the business to help its customers. The last data collected is about transport, which includes buses, trains, ferry, and taxi. Even though the answers were positive, we have here again an opportunity for the business to understand the customers, their needs and willingness to know the city from different points of view, which can help them to explore Sydney more easily.
Hello everyone, I'm Sarah. According to the above analysis, we would like to have some recommendation to free walking tour in order to improve tourist experience when they visit Sydney. First is transportation. Free walking tour could guide the tourists how to get an Opal card and travel with it because it's very useful and cheap to travel with Opal card. They can use it for ferries, buses, trains, and light rail as well. We can also show them how to get the buses or train timetable as well. And next is the expense. Most tourists think that it is expensive to travel to Sydney, mostly because of the accommodation. So free walking tour could cooperate with organizations, agents, and households to help tourists find cheap rooms and house in an easy way. We can also suggest them to cheap restaurant and bar as well. Next is the places to visit in Sydney. Most tourists only know about Opera House or Harbour Bridge, but they don't know about all the places to visit in Sydney. So Free Walking Tour could recommend them to all the places such as Luna Park, where they can get a ticket of $55 for unlimited rides in a day. They can also visit Art Gallery for free. They can visit Darling Harbour, Bondi Beach, and other places for free as well. And finally, is the popular festival and event in Sydney. Even for Australian people who come here from different states, have no idea about all the popular festivals such as Vivid Sydney. So Free Walking Tour could introduce tourists to popular festival and events such as New Year Eve or Sydney Mardi Gras, Vivid Sydney as well, and also the upcoming event of the month such as Sculptures by the Sea, which happen in October. This event is about artists that show their artwork around Bondi Beach. Thank you guys for watching our presentation.